What's good, football fans? Back at you once again with another video. And Lord knows I wish I was coming on here to do any type of positive video, but obviously I'm not. I wanted to come on and look at the final 3 plays of the game yesterday. Now, just like probably all of you, I could feel like this growing anticipation in the pit of my stomach yesterday, just waiting, hoping for the best, but just waiting for the disappointment. And they did not fail us on that area. But where I want to pick up is after the pass interference call in the end zone and the ball was placed on the 2-yard line. Now at this point we had 19 seconds to go in the game and no timeouts. And I realized that everyone, including myself, has been second guessing Ron Rivera on, throwing the challenge flag and then us not having any timeouts at the end of the sequence. But I also like to point out that we had I believe a minute and some change, 40 some seconds or so, when we were midfield and they just lackadaisically played the rest of it out. I understand that you have to, carve some time off of the clock to make sure the other team doesn't have a chance to get the ball. But the clock management on this team has been horrendous. And in this particular drive, it was just completely horrible. Now, in my opinion, there are 2 separate breakdowns in this play. And one of them is I do not like the play calling at all. I believe this was a breakdown in Scott Turner's mindset right here. This was not good football. Now, when he called these plays, I realized that he was in a situation where he had no timeouts and he had to just go. I get that. So it's a lot easier for somebody like me to sit up here and Monday morning armchair this thing. But the fact of the matter is that guy is our offensive coordinator and he is supposed to live for moments like this. I know I myself have thought about, end of the game, what play you're going to call. It all comes down to this. What are you going to do? And if he's an offensive coordinator, he should have already had all kinds of different types of scenarios for this type of situation. Now, just using my brain, I would think that you would want to try to do something to the outside, not to the inside of the field, because if you do not get across the goal line, you will run out of time. 19 seconds does not give you much time to get back up to the line of scrimmage and do anything with it. Now, they also had an option to spike the ball in one of these downs. They did not take that option, obviously, because they didn't complete anything. 3 plays, 3 throws into the teeth of the defense. Now, before I get into assigning any type of blame at all, let's look at the plays. This play here, it really appears like Carson has his eyes set on Cam Sims the entire play and watches him all the way through the back of the end zone. If you just watch his helmet, you can see him going right to Cam Sims. Now, Cam at the last second tries to cut back, it looks, and go the other direction, and Carson was, not paying attention or just didn't, at that point had already kind of gave into the thought of just throwing it to the backside of the end zone. But if you watch it, I guess if Cam continued on with that route, maybe they could have hit him on that side of the end zone. Otherwise, maybe he should have thought about throwing this further through the end zone. That's when I was watching the play, I was thinking to myself, why is he throwing it there? But as you can see, Cam Sims is right here, and he goes vertical and comes across right about here and stops and turns back and goes the other direction. Carson, on the other hand, sees the play, kind of looks at him, and then tosses the ball this way towards the back side of the end zone, towards that, that pylon back there. And the defender is standing there, and then maybe that defender is a few inches taller. That might have been an interception, or he had a better vertical. So to me, I think this one's actually on Cam Sims as well, too, for stopping and going back the other direction. See, if you watch the play again, you'll see what I'm talking about. Watch Cam. He comes across, goes in, and then cuts back. Now, that's not me saying that any of this would have been any different as far as this being an incomplete pass on this, because there's no guarantee that he would have hit Cam. But I think that's the reason why he throws the ball over there to that section of the end zone, and there's nobody there. And when I first saw it, I was like, wait a minute, Bates is nowhere near that play. What's going on there? And Bates was covered on the inside by the linebacker. So, that play was not to Bates. That play was a play that was intended for Cam to begin with. But I question this play for one major reason, and that's if you watch it at the outset, you'll see that J.D. McKissic is right here, and Carson kind of looks maybe halfway towards his back as he's heading that direction, and doesn't look at him again. And if you watch, J.D. goes over and he's open. That would have been a touchdown. Now, I realize that we have no way of guaranteeing that would have been a touchdown right there, but look at that play. Like, he is there. He's more open there than anybody else is on that play. And, you know, if Carson would have looked again, maybe he would have saw it, but his eyes were just fixated on Cam Sims. Here it is from the other angle, and it's not going to help us at all from this angle. We're not really going to see anything except for him just throwing the ball. Yeah. Now here's the second play. And from what I can see with my eyes, it looks like Carson did a quick read on the field and kind of sort of panicked and then threw the ball to JD. And JD, I mean, I guess there was a split second where he could have perhaps gotten the ball, but the defensive lineman drops back into zone and damn near picks the ball off. Like a 300-plus pound man damn near picked that ball off. I have no clue how Carson did not see that. That big man is right there. I mean, you can see him in the rewind here. Like I said before, I realize we're at the bottom of a game. There's very little time left, but that big man is right there. You can see him. Like, there is no missing him. That he drops back into coverage right there. He leaves the double team, drops back in coverage, and bats the ball down. Can't write this shit. But mind you, while Carson's attention is on that, on the right side of the play, Terry McLaurin comes up and kind of carries his guy off this direction, and Curtis Samuel comes off and goes down the goal line that direction and is wide open on the goal line while Carson is over here looking at J.D. McKissic. And he looks over at Samuel as the play starts, but does not follow him as the play continues. That, in a nutshell, is why they didn't score on this play, because they were not going to, do anything throwing where Tart is already at the ball. He damn near makes the pick, and you got Curtis Samuel over there wide open. I don't even know why he didn't throw it there, because you see him, his head turns that direction. He sees him. Maybe he's watching McLaurin. I don't know. But he missed that one for sure. Curtis was there. That's a touchdown. Watch it back from this angle. You'll see that big man. He falls back, and when he does, he stops the play. See, there he is right there. Look. Boom. Breaks the play up. I mean, yeah. Hell of a play by the defensive lineman there. I mean, Christ. Look at that. Breaks the double team off, and then bats the ball down. I mean, wow. He might should get a game ball after that. Because honestly, that might have been a touchdown had he not done that. I still don't know how Carson didn't see him drop back. And here we are with the third play. Now, on this play, I don't mind the formation so much. I actually like how they bunched the wide receivers up on the right side. Maybe they could get a little confusion going on over there with the corners. And, I don't really know what's going on over here on the left side. But as the play progresses, you can see that McKissic never even makes it into the end zone. He literally is right there on the 1 yard line or half yard line or quarter of yard line, whatever you want to call it. And I'm not saying he wouldn't have fallen into the end zone, but this play wasn't even designed to put him across the end zone. Maybe that's because McLaurin down here on the side didn't go deep enough. I don't know what happened with this play call. But yeah, man, like I said before, the play caller, in my opinion, is definitely at fault here. You could say Rivera was at fault for, doing that challenge earlier in the drive and then not having any timeouts. And then you could say that Carson's to fault here for not making, the right throw. But on this play right here, this could have been a touchdown. And it should have been a touchdown. I have absolutely no clue why he keeps fixated on McKissic. And I said before, as I realize, it's easy to armchair this thing. But looking at this film right here, I do not understand why he did not throw the ball to the right side. Watch the play as it goes through. Did you guys see that? John Bates over there on the side was open. See, look, here's Bates right here on the play. Now, as soon as the ball is snapped, he breaks that direction right towards the goal line. And the defender that is set to cover him is backpedaling. This could have been a throw right there on the goal line and a touchdown to Bates. But instead, he eyeballs McKissic. He throws at McKissic. The linebacker comes in and makes a great interception. And I still don't see why this play was designed this way. Like, this is just a crap play when it comes to design, too. Like, why is McLaurin not going deep into the end zone there? Why is Terry McLaurin right here, number 17? Why is his route so short? Why does he not go into that defense, that defense a little deeper? Why does he not go into that end zone a little deeper there and try to make, those corners go a little different? I mean, look at it. You got 4 guys over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and an edge that are over here, okay? 4 guys. McLaurin and McKissic. That's all that's over here. So 4 on 2. I mean, the law of averages of numbers should tell you that that is not a good thing for an offense, and they shouldn't be throwing the ball that way. So it makes no sense why he immediately turns that way. I do not understand it. It's obvious that that's the play call, and that's what he's being taught to do. But as soon as you hit it, watch. As soon as he gets ready to throw it, look, there's Bates right there. The ball is out of his hand at this point, right? Or it's the motion is there. Let's see if we can get it back. All right, look, the motion is there. Look over here. Bates has a clear line to the end zone. Now, I'm not trying to say he would have got a touchdown, but he'd have had a much better chance of getting that touchdown than McKissic does at this point right here. Do you see this? McKissic is right here. He's not even in the end zone yet. Look at that. He's right there. Now, if the ball is released, what is the best of the chances of this happening? That it's maybe going to hit right here, and you already got the defender turning back into the play. Carson, for some reason, never sees him. My guess is because McLaurin's coming off right there and kind of sets a little bit of a pick there. But all he has to do is look right, and it's there. It's there. I mean, yeah, I don't really know what more to say about that. But the play, it's one of those snap decision kind of things. And if he's being taught to look the wrong direction into 4-on-2 situations, then it's going to be against him to begin with. And what's the worst case scenario that says that he throws the ball to Bates here? What's the worst case scenario? What could have happened? He hits Bates, and then Bates maybe gets tackled at the end zone, or perhaps he doesn't make the catch there or whatever. The ball lands on the ground and they get a 4th down. I mean, that was the better read. And honestly, it's kind of ironic that this was a play that the line actually gave him a little bit of time that he could have looked around if he wanted to. And, it just goes to tell me that this was the design right here. And this is a piss poor design. If you back it up just a little tiny bit more, I mean, this is a piss poor design. Carson is looking to the left. Here's McLaurin. He just got bumped by that man right there. And McKissic is still, he's down, what was that, like the 3 or the 4 yard line? And Carson's already getting ready to hit him right now. I mean, yeah, this is bad football, y'all. This is not a good football play. This is why this team is 1-4. And this is why I believe that, a lot of people are screaming that Ron Rivera should be getting fired right now or should step down. I believe that Rivera should let go of Scott Turner. And if he wants this thing to be able to go in the right direction, he needs to bring in a guy that's innovative, and he needs to stop being scared to actually let loose of the ball. And man, this time management that this coach has is completely ridiculous. We had plenty of time on the clock yesterday, and we should have been able to make it down the field and score. And folks, this is the difference between a team that wins games and a team that finds ways to lose games. And until they get this shit fixed, this is what we have to contend with. It's not going to really change. And the offensive line is regressing. This play here, they actually did their jobs, but the offensive line itself is regressing. And I mean, of course, this play right here, they dropped back into coverage mainly. So what more are you going to do, right? That's all I got for today. They got to fix this shit, man, because this is going to be a long season otherwise. Y'all take it easy. Peace.